With rising tensions in the South China Sea, recent military actions by China have put neighboring countries on high alert. Now, in response, the United States and the Philippines have launched a series of war games, bringing the world's attention to one of the most contested regions on the planet. Hi everyone, and welcome back to Fulgur channel. Today we're breaking down the latest developments in Southeast Asia as the U.S. and Philippines engage in joint military exercises. This isn't just about military drills, it's a clear message in response to recent actions by China, particularly around Taiwan. We'll explore what this all means and how it could impact global stability. Recently, China held military drills around Taiwan, a move that has raised concerns among neighboring countries and allies. This was followed by a controversial incident involving a Chinese and Philippine ship collision, further fueling the conflict. Thousands of U.S. and Filipino troops launched joint exercises in the northern and western Philippines on Tuesday after China held huge drills around Taiwan and a Chinese vessel collided with a Filipino patrol boat. The exercises came as Taiwan detected a record 153 Chinese military aircraft around the self-ruled island, official data showed Tuesday. The aircraft were spotted in the 25 hours to 6 a.m. on Tuesday. The Defense Ministry said in a statement, the most for a single day. The annual Kamandag, or Venom, exercises are focused on defending the north coast of the Philippines' main island of Luzon, which lies about 500 miles from self-ruled Taiwan. Beijing considers Taiwan part of its territory and has vowed it will never rule out using force to take it, calling Monday's drills a stern warning to separatist forces on the island. Taiwan condemned China's actions as irrational and provocative, and the U.S. called them unwarranted. This military pressure operation is irresponsible, disproportionate, and destabilizing, Pentagon Press Secretary Major General Pat Ryder said in a statement. The joint U.S. Filipino exercises also come days after a collision between a Chinese and a Philippine vessel in the South China Sea. It was the latest in a series of confrontations between the two countries in the strategic waterway claimed almost entirely by Beijing. Philippine Marine Corps Commandant Major General Arturo Rojas stressed at Tuesday's opening ceremony in Manila that Kamandag was long planned and had nothing to do with whatever is happening in the region. The drill's primary focus will be live fire exercises along Luzon's north coast, while other activities will be conducted on tiny Philippine islands between Luzon and Taiwan. It's a coastal defense doctrine. The doctrine says that a would-be aggressor might be directed towards our territory, Filipino Exercise Director Brigadier General Vicente Blanco told reporters. We are not exercising to join the fight over Taiwan, he added. U.S. Marines Representative Colonel Stuart Glenn said the exercises were aimed at helping the United States and its allies respond to any crisis or contingencies. The western Philippine island of Palawan, facing the South China Sea, will also host part of the drills. The U.S. and Philippines are fielding just over 1,000 participants each, while smaller numbers of Australian, British, Japanese, and South Korean forces are also taking part. An amphibious landing and training on how to defend against chemical and biological warfare were also among the activities planned, according to a press kit. As the war games began Tuesday, the Philippine government announced that the BRP Datu Caballo, a civilian patrol vessel, had sustained minor damage on October 11th when it was deliberately sideswiped by a Chinese maritime militia vessel. The collision dented the 100-foot vessel's front right section, the Bureau of Fisheries and Aquatic Resources said in a statement. It took place about 5.8 miles from Thitu, a Philippine garrisoned island in the Spratly Group. Prior to the collision, the Chinese vessel also conducted dangerous maneuvers and tried to block the path of the Filipino boat, which was conducting routine patrol, the Bureau said. Beijing considers Taiwan part of its territory and has said it would never rule out using force to take it. China said the one-day drill, designated Joint Sword 2024B, was a warning against separatist acts. The war games followed a National Day speech last week by Taiwan President William Lai Ching-te that Beijing had denounced. Lai said in the speech that China has no right to represent Taiwan and declared his commitment to resist annexation or encroachment. This is a resolute punishment for Lai Ching-te's continuous fabrication of Taiwan independence nonsense, China's Taiwan Affairs Office said in a statement. Taiwan's Premier Cho Jung-tai stated that the maneuvers were not only a concern for Taipei, but for the entire region. Any drills without prior warning will cause great disturbance to peace and stability in the entire region, he told reporters. China's drills not only affect Taiwan's neighborhood, but also seriously affect the entire international navigational rights and air and sea space, so attracted the attention of other countries. Taiwan's Office of the President called on China to cease military provocations that undermine regional peace and stability and stop threatening Taiwan's democracy and freedom. The United States, an ally to the self-ruled island, noted its concern, even as it launched its own war games in the disputed South China Sea. The Pentagon slammed China's drills as irresponsible, disproportionate, and destabilizing. However, thousands of U.S. and Philippine Marines launched 10 days of joint exercises in the Philippines, which is also locked in dispute with China, on Tuesday. The exercises are focused on defending the north coast of the main Philippine island of Luzon, which lies about 800 kilometers, 500 miles, from Taiwan. It's not just about defense, it's about demonstrating the strength and unity of the U.S. Philippines partnership. In an age of growing uncertainty, these war games are a reminder that allies stand together. With ASEAN countries watching closely, these exercises underscore the importance of alliances in maintaining a balance of power. For countries like Vietnam, Malaysia, and Indonesia, there's a renewed interest in aligning with global powers to ensure regional security. As we wrap up, it's clear that the U.S. Philippines war games send a strong message about international cooperation in the face of rising tensions. Will this deter further aggression, or could it lead to more friction? Thanks for joining us for today's breakdown. If you enjoyed this content and want to stay updated on international affairs, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon. Share your thoughts in the comments below. How do you think these tensions will evolve? Until next time, stay informed.